Sit. Good. Open the door. After she sits, she has to stay seated. With your right hand, pat her chest and say, go. You can say go in your crate if you want, but you don't have to. You can say go as well. She knows what you're doing. So once she's in there, I give her a little treat and take off her little teeny tiny prong collar. It works just fine with her though. And I always hang it on the door. And then you can put the leash wherever you want. I'm using her martingale collar that has her tags on it as the choke chain as well. So when I attach this prong collar to her, I always double up, and the leash is connected to the prong collar as well as her martingale. Her martingale collar is a little bit longer than the prong collar, so it's loose unless this comes off. If this ever comes off for some reason, then the martingale comes into play and you don't lose her. So you're always doubled up to 2 collars. I never use a prong collar unless I'm doubled up on another collar that's a little bit looser, because of course you want the tension of the leash to be taken up by the prong collar, not the second double collar. So that's always a little bit looser. So that's what she's still wearing, her martingale. And whenever we take her out, she can, by the way, she sleeps overnight, every night in this crate, and she's in and out all day long, constantly in and out. And she may be in for half an hour, and then she's out for half an hour. She may be in for 2 hours, and she's out for an hour or whatever. It's random, but she gets lots of time in and out. But every time that we put her in, and every time we take her out, we go through this little crate routine, just like you saw, having her sit, open the door, she waits, send her in. If she doesn't wait, we say no, and we put her back, and she's got to wait. She's got to do it the right way every time. And just doing this crate exercise, if you add it up to the times that you put her in, take her out, there's a bunch of sit stays there, waiting for you to release her in, waiting for you to release her out of the boundary. If you open this door, see how she waits there? Good. She stopped herself right at the boundary. If she didn't, I would say no. Just give that crate door a little slam there, just a little token slam. That's all it would take. No, you don't want her sticking her head out. No. So if you let her stick her head out, pretty soon she's going to be stepping out or have her chest out. So set the bar high. She needs to wait, no, until you allow her out. Part of her nose is okay, but sticking her head all the way out like that, it's a little bit too much. So when you go to take her out, she needs to wait. And I always have her associate me coming in with my hands with something good. So I just give her a little treat, a little piece of Natural Balance sausage every time. And reach in there and hook her up. It just takes, once you get comfortable with using that little prong collar, it just takes 5 seconds to hook her up, just like you saw me do. And I also doubled her up on her martingale, so she's got 2 collars now, so when you take her outside, she's completely secure and safe. And then you want to wait, have her wait until you can have her on your left like this and say, okay, and she'll come out. And then what I always do is do a little left turn to go back and close that crate door. And then if I'm going to take her outside, of course I just keep going left and take her out. And we do our whole front door routine. Or if I'm going to release her to be free in the house, I just bring her out of the crate, I have her sit like this, and then I pat her chest and say, go, she's free in the house. So whichever one you want to do, she's on the clock as she comes through that boundary, and then she's released to be free or not. You take her wherever you're taking her from. She's released to be free from a sit stay there, or you continue to take her somewhere. The last thing you want is for her to just be released out the door, because she's going to be rushing through the door, and in no time at all she'll be rushing. You open that door and she's going to rush through and knock you over. So we can't have that. So we taught her, she's still on the clock. She comes out slowly and calmly. She's released to be free from the calm sit stay here. That's the way to do it. And it keeps her calm throughout the day if you're doing this little routine. Good girl. Okay.